Our last speaker for this initial panel this morning is going to be Dr. Monisha Madhumita, who is coming to us from India, and we are really excited to sort of see the information about seeing the change in advancing skin health and patient care in climate-impacted fishing communities. So welcome to the stage. Thank you.
A very good morning, everyone. Absolutely honored to be here. So I'm Monisha, and I'm going to be talking about the fishing communities I work with. And I'd like to thank my mentor, Dr. Brian Morrison from the Miami Miller School of Medicine, Florida. And we worked together over the past year, along with the resources the mentorship program has provided, and we really believe that we cannot treat tomorrow's disease with yesterday's data. To care for the future, we must forecast it. So let's go to the coastal area. So we have different terrains that were described by all of the GLODERM mentees, and now we come to the coastal areas. And these areas are extremely vulnerable to climate change. So in Chennai, which is a coastal city, issues of UV exposure, pollution, humidity, saltwater exposure is a challenge, and climate-related catastrophes. So this includes floods, this includes high tides, etc., remains a challenge. So we wanted to go ahead and quantify the burden of skin diseases in these communities, most of whom remain migrants, identify the correlation between different variables, such as UV index, humidity, and temperature, and eventually use artificial intelligence, whether we could engage with predictive analytics to develop heat maps and time series forecasts, because we've observed that specific climate events are related to a spike in skin diseases. So the project, and this was a project with which I applied to the mentorship program, it's called Viritiran, which in Tamil means to awaken. So we worked with 2 North Chennai fishing hamlets with a population of 9,000. We screened more than 2,000 individuals and collected data on exposure, hygiene, and occupation with various climate monitoring variables. We observed that almost 70% of the individuals had at least one skin condition, and as expected, most common conditions were eczemas aggravated by sun exposure, saltwater exposure, fungal infections, recalcitrant dermatophytosis, photodermatosis. And unfortunately, children tend to have the highest rates of maceration and bacterial co-infection, and almost 60% never really accessed formal care. So these were the areas where we conducted the projects in Kasimeda and Royapuram, 2 fishing hamlets in Chennai. And how we incorporated AI predictive analytics, and this is a tool I believe that all of us here can utilize. We observed fungal infections, specifically recalcitrant dermatophytosis, to have certain specific key triggers, including a spike in humidity, and the time lag observed was 5 days. And this means that localized alerts for these high-risk periods are necessary. Similarly, eczema and photodermatitis involves high UV exposure and worsening of the air quality index. So when we look at the skin health crises that we face, especially in such communities where most of them are undocumented and lacking formal access to care, reliance on home remedies and environmental factors play a major role. So the intervention strategies involved health worker training, adjusting clinic times to predicted outbreaks because of paucity of health workers, specific skincare tips sharing through a snowball approach as discussed earlier, and visual health boards. So through an AI-powered climate health integration system, we were able to have early warnings, targeted outreach timing, and a PHC data integration with our primary health workers, which means that we moved from a high disease burden to not a low disease burden, but a reduced disease impact. So the next steps that we plan to apply for various grants and work with different stakeholders involves transforming coastal healthcare in Tamil Nadu, because the prediction is that in a few years' time, with the rising sea levels, the city may no longer exist. So we're moving from a reactive healthcare model to something that's more proactive and climate-informed, keeping climate justice at the center of our work. AI tool scaling, and a real-time dashboard wherein we're able to empower health workers with this data to develop smart solutions, and system integration with our public health programs, and hopefully develop a national health program that targets skin diseases as a priority. So this wouldn't have been possible without the inspiration, training, and resources provided by the GLODERM community and my mentor and all of the mentees here for being an endless source of inspiration. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm happy to hear your thoughts.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you.